Hi, welcome to another episode of OSFirstTimer. In this episode, I'm going to be trying out Ubuntu 12.10, which was released in 2012, and see if it can replace Windows 7. As you know, with all these videos I have of Mum tries out Windows Vista, Mum tries out Bodhi Linux, Mum tries out everything, I do a lot of Linux systems in this, and we quite like Linux systems, such as I like Cylon Linux, that was amazing, but can Linux replace Windows 7? We've got all this software for Windows, and there is Wine and stuff on Linux, but there's free alternatives. Are these free alternatives for Ubuntu and Linux able to actually replace all the software we have on Windows 7? For example, these videos are edited using Windows Movie Maker. Can I use some Linux program to edit this video instead? And that actually will be the last goal of this video. And can I use Ubuntu to record my screen? Because this whole video isn't going to be like this. So the first task will be recording the screen. Let's see if Ubuntu can replace Windows 7, at least in my case. So to start off, I've installed Ubuntu 12.10 on this 298GB portable hard drive. Now, this is a full installation, okay? This is not a live CD or a live USB. This is a full Ubuntu 12.10 experience, and everything really should work as intended. So let's boot this puppy up. Since Ubuntu has been installed on this portable hard drive, I can simply stick it into any computer that supports booting from portable hard drives. Now I'm just going to turn the computer on, and we'll get started. Ubuntu is starting up straight away on my computer. No need to mess around with the BIOS, since I've set my boot priority to look for external hard drives before trying to boot from the internal hard drive. So once this boots, the first task will be to find a screen recorder. So the first thing that appears, just like Windows 7 would do, is asking me to type in my password. So I'll do that now. So it's great to see Ubuntu has the ability to have multiple user accounts. Anyway, to start off with, here's the desktop. Fantastic. So let's try straight away and get a screen recorder. Ubuntu Software Center. It's taking a little while to actually boot that up. Okay, there we go. Although this is kind of like Windows 7 on my computer, when I first turn the computer on, it is a little bit slow. So I'm guessing this is the same thing with Ubuntu, but it should speed up with more use. Okay, so this is a very nice screen. I'm going to type in screen recorder and see what appears. No items match screen recorder. Did you mean screen... so okay, I missed an R. I did screen recorder. So let's do screen recorder. Okay, a few are popping up. I see... Oh. Desktop session recorder. Record a video of your desktop session, but that doesn't look very popular. Okay, so far, looking for a screen recorder doesn't appear to be the best way to try and find one by typing in screen recorder. So what I'm going to type in is, I'm going to go on the internet. So Firefox, which is good. I love Firefox and I use it as my browser on Windows 7, so no problems there. I'm going to look for a screen recorder for Ubuntu, and then I'm going to type in its exact name here. Before continuing, I'm just going to minimize the Ubuntu Software Center. That was actually very nice, and I can see it's minimized because it's got this little indent there. So that means it's still open. So that's good. It actually shows which programs are open and which are closed. Now, over here, we're going to type in Ubuntu Screen Recorder. Screen recorder. Install best screen recorder on Ubuntu. Best screen recorder? Okay. Oh, not gaming screen recorder. Record my desktop. Okay. Let's see what this is. Record my desktop. Sometimes only a video will do. I might try this. Record my desktop. So we'll minimize this. And we'll go back to the software center. I like the animations. They're nice. Okay, so it's called Record My Desktop. Record My Desktop. Okay, that's good. Captures audio, video data of a Linux desktop session. That's good. But does this also record the microphone? Oh, this is going to be interesting. So this has just got more votes than Record My Desktop. Wait, is this Record My Desktop? Let's see. Okay, so this program seems very unobstructive and it only processes regions of the screen that have changed. It's free. 5-star rating. Perfect. Wow. Sounds good. Okay, well, let's get it. Install. To install software, you need to authenticate. Okay. Let's just wait. I don't really like that progress bar. It looks a bit dodgy. But anyway, it's installed now. So I'm going to go to the dashboard. Now, it's record my desktop here. In fact, I can probably just type in sound recorder. No. Okay, what about I type in captures? Okay, this program seems to be really hard to find. Might just go to installed here. We'll have a little look. Ooh, I don't like this. This program is run from a terminal. Record my desktop. So I might just go back and get this one. Okay, an easy to use graphical icon. I think I'd prefer that. Yeah, that sounds better. So I'm just going to go over to installed. Oh wow, it went up and then it went down there. That was really cool. But there's record my desktop. So let's try and open this application up. We go, video quality, great. And sound quality looks good. Left click and drag on the preview image to select an area for recording. Oh, so you can select an area, so if I just wanted to record that, it would just record. Ah, okay, see a box around the screen, that's good. Now, I'm going to click record. Click start and record will hide itself. Okay, but what if I wanted to go to advanced, performance, sound, device, used for sound recording. Okay, I'm going to do a little research now and see if I can find a way to get it to record a microphone such as this one. Okay, I can't exactly say everything is as easy as Windows 7 when I was trying to record the desktop, but I've now figured out how to do it, so I'll show you what's going on. So I'll just quit this, and again, I like the little sound effects there. Close. Instead of like, that doesn't sound like a problem, it's just, do you want to save, you know, what you're doing? Instead of Windows, it's like an error all the time, or something's wrong, but that was just a little drum sound. I've chosen for it to save in the videos folder. If I go to advanced here, I had to go over to sound to get it to record sound properly, and choose pulse, device pulse. So before it just said default, so I had to type in pulse. And now if I go up to here, and sound settings, I can start checking all the speakers. So for example, this speaker is this speaker and this speaker. So if we test the audio now, test sound, so I'm going to click front left.
Front left.
Now front right.
Front right.
Okay, so that works good. Now we're going to go to input here, and I'm going to put on my microphone, and I'm going to test this out. So here we go, I'm speaking. Hello, hello, test, test. Hello, and it's like barely doing anything there. So now I'm going to try microphone. Hello, hello. Is that making sound? Yes. Okay, that's good. It's on just 100%. I've got the output volume on 100%, so everything's good. I'll do a little test run first. So here's record my desktop. I'm going to click record. So it's recording now, and I can stop recording by clicking up there. Okay, I'm just going to open Firefox, go on to YouTube. There it is. Would I like to install YouTube for extra features and quicker access? Sure. I think that's some kind of a web app or something. Did it install YouTube? Actually, there's YouTube, it just appeared. What does YouTube look like? That's interesting. Oh, where did it go? Okay, that was strange. I guess YouTube seems to be some kind of application. There we go, so I can pin it maybe. Lock to launcher. So if I quit YouTube now and lock it to launcher, there we go. So now if I want YouTube, I just click YouTube and it opens. Okay, that's good. I like YouTube. Let's stop the record and see if it worked. Stop. Your record is being encoded. If you press cancel, it won't work. Okay, well, we'll see how this works. Okay, and it's done. Straight to videos. There's the output. So it's a .ogv file. Open it up. So it's recording now. I can stop recording by clicking up there. And that is good. I'm just gonna audio too. Go on to YouTube. Now I've got to say already the audio is fantastic. Ubuntu beats Windows 7 in this way. Like my microphone on Windows 7, whenever I'd record something like, for example, that Linux bootable video thingy, I'd put my microphone audio as high as I possibly can, right? And it would still be quite soft. This is fantastic. Ubuntu has sorted out the audio on my microphone better than Windows 7 has, so I'm quite proud with Ubuntu so far. Let me just do full screen. Oh, wow, doesn't that look awesome? And the quality! Look at this quality, it looks like it's really running. And if I move my cursor around, and there it is. That is fantastic quality. Would I like to install YouTube for extra features and quick access? Okay, I'm going to stop this now. Sure. Let's see how big it is, because with all this quality I expect it to be really big. So it's not telling me that, oh, 10 megabytes. That's all. That is fantastic. Oh, wow. When using Fraps, and how long is, I think it's like a 1 minute video or something like that. When I'm using Fraps and I record something, literally it's a gigabyte per minute in some cases. So this is fantastic. It's like a minute was 10 megabytes. It may have even been more than a minute. In fact, it was 1 minute and 24 seconds. So this is it's got fantastic compression without losing the video quality. So if you are using Linux, use Record My Desktop. Since I've now got a screen recorder perfectly working, it is awesome. I'm so gonna use this now because this is really good. I am gonna record the rest of this video, or most of it, using this screen recorder. It's got fantastic audio output and fantastic screen recording quality. It is just awesome. This is, get this, if you have Ubuntu, get it. It's good. Okay, so I'm recording my desktop now. So the next task I'm giving myself is find a way to record all these tasks I'm doing, because when I upload the video to YouTube, I like to write a video description with all the tasks that I've done. So I could use LibreOffice, but the thing is, I want a more desktop sticky. Find and install a desktop screen recorder. So that was task 1. Although LibreOffice, I know it looks nice and stuff, but I don't want to use this. I want it to be a sticky note on the desktop. So what I've got to now look for is some kind of sticky note program. In fact, before I do that, let's change the time. Okay, so, because it's not 12:07 AM or midnight, in case you're wondering, it is actually another time. So I'm going to go to date and time settings, Australia. Manually, actually, automatically from the internet. Will this work? Clock. I like 12-hour time, and I like the seconds to be displayed. 1:07 PM. Yes, that is the right time. This is fantastic. This works really well. It just got it from the internet, just like Windows would. So, okay, the clock, that's done. Set the clock to the right time. Fantastic. Task 3 is to get this sticky note kind of program. So if I open the Ubuntu Software Center, I think I'll look for a sticky note application type thing. So I'm just going to type in sticky note. Okay, sticky. Xpad. Jot down notes for later. This looks interesting. Pop-up notes. Oh, this is awesome, you know. I think I've already got this. So let's go to Xpad, just because it looks really nice. Or it was the first program on the list. It's got a good rating. That is exactly what I wanted, like a desktop note. So this is already looking like this section of it replaces Windows 7. This is awesome. So I'm going to install this. And that authenticating reminds me of, that's what appears on Mac, and it's also like the user account control thing, like warning, do you want this program to do this kind of thing on Windows 7 and Windows Vista. So it's almost done installing. There we go. I love it. It moves up here and then it appears on this little thing. It's great. Okay, Xpad consists on one or more open notepads. To move a pad, left drag on the toolbar. Okay. And right drag on the resizer. Okay, minimize move. Okay, that's a few things. So yeah, I'm just going to put that. Oh, can I type on it though? Or maybe I have to get rid of this. To resize, I can. Oh, there we go. I can probably type now. There's resizing. Okay, why is the yellow not moving along though? That's a bit strange. The yellow is staying to that one place. To change the color, right click. Oh, there we go. So it has a few updating issues, which isn't the best, but that's okay. It's not making me hate Ubuntu or anything. So I can click Edit, Preferences. Oh, good. I like this tutorial. You open it and it's telling you what to do. Foreground, black, so that's the text, obviously, and the background is the background color. So let me just see this. I don't want it too. I just maybe a bluey. Okay. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay, so I'll just have this,
And foreground, I wonder if white text would look interesting. Okay, here we go. It just took a little bit of time to open that, so I wasn't too happy about that, but that's okay. Wow, it is great. It's got a delay. I'll admit, like when I'm doing stuff, it just seems to take a while, and it's even got a little bug here where it's still displaying WI, and sometimes when I click on stuff, it has a slight delay. I can't say it's Ubuntu, it might be the screen recorder. We don't know, but let's close this off. Help. Close. See, that was a bit of a delay there. Moving the windows around, there's minimal lag. It's not too bad, but I am screen recording, as I said. So anyway, let's try copying and pasting. So I'm going to do Control C and Control V. That works, so that's good. I might make this a little bit bigger, and I'll put it in the bottom corner here. You know what? Another thing I've realized, it snapped to the corner, and so it stays at the corner, because I wanted it at the corner of the screen. It didn't instantly go through. Like if I move it fast it will, but if I move it slowly it snapped, and even though I'm moving the mouse up and down a bit like this, it's staying where I want it to, so that's good too. So I'm just going to extend that out so it's like this, and it's doing this kind of lagging thing again, and it's a bit annoying, but it shouldn't have too many problems here. I'm just going to close the preferences. Close. Why won't it close? Okay, so XPad seems to have a few problems with it when it comes to clothing. I'm just going to pause this video now, and I'll come back when I've fixed up the problem. Okay, that problem was really easy to solve. I just minimized it, then it kind of disappeared. And it won't unminimize, it seems to be gone. I don't know how that works, but okay. I'll just discard that. It's good that it asks you if you want to save, and there we go. I've put the third task in, get a sticky note program to track the tasks. So that's all sorted, and as you can see, I'm really proud here. The video was 6 minutes and 30 seconds approximately, and it's only 36 megabytes. Absolutely amazing. That is incredible. The quality is fantastic. I'm very impressed. But now the next task, and this is going to be quite an interesting one, is transfer photos and videos from an iPhone to the computer. So let's start that task now.
I'm going to be using my iPhone 4S to get all these photos and videos on the computer, so let's take a few photos and videos right now and we'll see if they can be transferred and played and viewed on this computer. Let's go. Okay, first of all I'm going to take a photo of this head statue type thing, so I'll get the app on my iPhone for the photos. So I'll do a shot like this in portrait, and now I'm going to do a few shots out here. Let's see what else we've got. I might take a photo of outside. I think I'll do a photo of the clouds, because that's like cool, like dark kind of sky, so I'll do that. And I see a plane going by, so I'll try and take a photo of that. And it looks like it's coming closer, so I'll try and get it close up. And now just one photo of the beach. Go over there too. And maybe of the St. Pat's Castle over there. Okay, and maybe one more indoor photo of the table and the shell. And I'll do another portrait orientation photo of these flowers. Finally, I'm just going to make a video of the waves crashing down on the beach. Okay, it's working on my iPhone, but let's see if I can get this stuff onto my computer using Ubuntu. I've just grabbed the iPhone cable. Okay, let's stick the iPhone into the computer and see if it can detect it. Well, my iPhone's charging, so that's good. Okay, you've just inserted a medium with digital photos. Choose what application you want it to launch. Okay, so this is good. This is working, it's detecting it. Let's move on to the screen now.
It's talking about the photos. It's also talking about audio that it's found. So it's also found audio, but I didn't know I had any audio on my iPhone. Okay, so photos. It hasn't commented on videos though. It's talking about photos and audio, but no videos. And it's also opened up documents. Now these aren't documents. These are some applications I've got on my iPhone. So I don't know why it's detecting those. Let me just make this drives list a bit bigger. There we go, and I'll make this screen a bit bigger too. Okay, well it's got this snap feature I've noticed. I'll just grab that. Yeah, so that's a little bit like the arrow snap in Windows 7. So it's got documents and it's got iPhone. This is quite interesting. It's looking at the folders, and you can see that I've jailbroken. Interesting. Does it actually open this log file? Setting jailbreak. Oh wow, starting iPhone. How did it know? Seriously, on my computer, if you stick an iPhone in Windows 7, it'll just show you your photos and videos folder. In fact, it'll show you this folder. Okay, that's a little bit slow, but it is getting it off an iPhone. There's no video preview for this MOV file, so that's a little bit annoying. But yeah, all the files are here. But it's interesting that it's even showing like ROMs and stuff like that, so it's even my jailbreak applications, and it's almost like I'm SSHing into my iPhone by using Ubuntu. It's almost like Apple wasn't able to prevent Ubuntu from accessing the iPhone's files, so that is quite an interesting thing to note. With digital photos, what if I wanted to open folder? Okay, so it didn't actually go to the photos. Now let's see if these photos actually work, and I like how I got in and out of the folder and it kept these thumbnails. So the first photo I took was of the head. I took a few actually, so I'll just get it from this and onwards. Actually, I'll put them in the right places on the computer. So we'll open the home folder. Easy, I can just right click and open a new window. So it's not too bad. So I'm just going to go to pictures, and I'll put the pictures in the pictures folder. Let's see if it can transfer them. Great, it's transferring the pictures just fine. Now I'll get the video in the video folder. Now, if I want to disconnect this iPhone, is there a way I can do that? Is there a, like, safely... there it is. So disconnect, and it's ejected. So that is fantastic, and I'll just take it out now. Great, that was really good. Okay, now that the movie file's on the computer, it is actually working, so that's good. Now let's see. Pictures, let's see if they open. Yep, so it's opening it like that. And it's saying that amount of pixels, the size at the bottom, and then it's showing 22%. So if I open this, 26%, 29%. Okay, so that's good. And if I want to, I can rotate it. That's fantastic. Can I do fit image to window? Okay, so that kind of is automatic. Now I wonder if there's a full screen. So image. I'm not seeing full screen. I like random image. Oh, there we go. View full screen. Okay, great, and that's if you want the full screen. And if I want to switch between images, I'm using the arrow keys and it's switching between images. This is great. So I've got the one of the clouds, I've got the one I took out here, and the iPhone, it takes pretty good quality photos. This is the iPhone 4S. There's the plane, and the plane again, more beach, more out there, the pool and the rocks, the castle, an indoor photo, and the pot. Okay, that was fantastic. Now if I want to quit this, I'm guessing escape. Fantastic, it's working exactly how I'm expecting it to work. So I'm gonna not save anything. Now what's the program it opened in? Image viewer. So I know that this has shot well, so let's try and edit some of these images. View and edit photos. So that's what will be the 5th task. So let's see, if I right click, open with Shotwell, that's fantastic. So what's a good photo? Maybe this one. So I'm going to click open with Shotwell photo. Now let's see, it's got, rotate, crop, straighten. So if I do straighten, I see, so that's if you wanted it on this side or that side. So at 0 it's like this. Just straighten it like that. What's enhance? Automatically improve the photo's appearance. difference. It made it look quite dark, but at the same time it looks a bit interesting and slightly professional. I don't know, so it's not what I would call enhancing it though. So I'm going to try now and adjust this and see what happens. Exposure. Yeah, I don't want more exposure. Well, actually I do like a bit of light in this. Saturation. So turning that up gives it more colour, and turning it down makes it practically black and white. So I'll put that up there. Tint. What's this do? Oh, I don't really want it purple. What's this? Is that changing the colour or what? Interesting. This is producing some cool effects, but yeah, that's not really what I want. So I'll get this tint. And if the tint goes over here, it becomes green. So you've got purple and green. I'm not much of a photo editor, so I'm not sure what all these terms mean. Temperature, I think it's cold, yeah, and hot. So cold and hot. And shadows can be turned up. Now, honestly, I've edited this photo, but I'm not quite pleased with the results. So if I want to reset, I can reset it. Great. Can I zoom in? Yup. And zoom out. There's a plane, actually. Okay, and if it is zoomed in, can I then drag it around? Yeah, that's great. It can drag around. Not happy with the way I edited this, so if I quit, I can close without saving. That's good. I want to make sure that I'm not giving a bad impression of this software. With the clouds, let's see if Shotwell can make this image look better. Here we go. Enhance. Oh, I think it looks kind of better. Let's see if any other ones look better. What about this indoor photos? In fact, you know what? I pretty much like to edit every time, so is there a way I can make it open by default? Recommended applications, photo viewers. So I wonder if that will make it default. Select. Unfortunately, no, that doesn't make it default. I'm unsure currently how to make it as a default, but I'm sure if I looked online, I could open with Shotwell set as default. Okay, well that was actually easier than I thought. I figured it out on my own. So now that means all photos should by default open with Shotwell. Great. So let's enhance this. I'm not really seeing this whole enhance thing. I'm not finding it to be that much enhanced. And what about this speech? Enhance. Oh, that enhanced. Yeah, okay. I like that. And then you can switch between photos like this. Okay, that's great. How fast can you go? Let's see. Wow, that's pretty fast. So it is pretty good there. Now let's see if this video worked out. Fantastic, that is working. Let's do it full screen. Great, so that is actually working perfectly. It doesn't have any video editing stuff by default, but it's just a movie player, like Windows Movie Player, or whatever you want to call it. So that was good. Play .mov file using Ubuntu. Great. Okay, now let's see if I can create an image file using a drawing program. Assuming there's a drawing program that comes with this. If not, I can get one. So I would usually use a program called Paint in Windows 7 if I wanted to, well, not really, I would actually use Fireworks. But let's just see, so there's no like Paint or Draw. There's LibreOffice Draw, but I don't think that's what I want. I want like freeform drawing. This seems to be more shapes. And can you type in that? This seems more for like diagrams and stuff. Well, I want kind of a free drawing program. So let's have a quick look through these applications. Installed, there's a card game there. That looks good, but privacy, printed, Shotwell. Screenshot, that's good, because I was gonna, another task is taking a screenshot and putting it in a Word document. That's something I've just thought of recently, because I want to basically make a text document, print it, and it's got to have one of the photos I took, a drawing I've done, and a screenshot in it, as well as words side by side. So that's a kind of goal I want, but no, I did not see any drawing program installed by default. No biggie, because you've got this Ubuntu Software Center. Everything is really easy to access from this. So I'm going to type in Paint, GUN Paint, so a small scale painting program for GNOME, Tux Paint, a drawing program for children, Xpaint, painting application, Deluxe Paint clone. This is a lot of stuff. There are a few costly ones here, well not costly, but like color by numbers princesses costs $5. I don't think I'll get that, but that's something my sister might want, but kind of Ubuntu and Linux, it's supposed to really be free, and this is kind of bringing paid stuff to Ubuntu. I don't know how I feel about that. On Braid, that's interesting because I've seen that before on Windows as well. I'm going to get Tux Paint, and I've got to enter my password, as well as this Xpaint program. Now that's an interesting point to note. If I'm clicking install, it's not actually wanting to install. I'll wait for that to finish installing, then I can get these other programs.
Okay, so all this clicking that I've been doing has caused an internal error. Now, you know when you're on Windows and you see those like, oh, send error reports or this program has stopped working? This is what's just happened on Ubuntu, but it doesn't seem that bad, so let's just check it out.
So basically the error says, sorry, Ubuntu 12.10 has experienced an internal error. If you notice further problems, try restarting your computer. Now it's got this automatically sends to fix a problem. What is a problem? Let's have a look. Problem crash. Title crashed with sig. Okay, well this looks quite complicated. Nothing I really understand personally, but if you're an Ubuntu expert or Linux expert and you know what this means, there we go. I caught an error on the screen for you. So I'm gonna send this error report, continue, boom, it's sent. Now this ended up installing, Tux Paint ended up installing, they all ended up installing, so I clicked install, but they didn't initially show the install button, but they did actually install. Okay, so the 3 programs have been automatically put here. I like that they're automatically put here. I wonder if I can access them from the dashboard. So they're all like Paint. Oh, awesome. That is great. This system has automatically, like I just said Paint and it automatically knew, so it has a really good tagging system there. I'll try out Xpaint first. I don't see any place where I can paint, but I see canvas, new canvas. Oh, there we go. So that's perfect. Now I want to, well, let's just try some normal drawing.
Let's say I've got a hill. There we go. And there's a sun in the sky. And a cloud. And a flower. Yeah, I know, this is the default, like, 4-year-old picture. And it really seems like a 4-year-old picture because I'm not so good at controlling this on the screen. I'm not used to drawing on the screen like this. So if it was touchscreen, I think that would be a different story. And, I think I won't try and draw a person because that would look strange. Let's see what else we've got here. So what's this do? I might do it blue because it's in the sky just in case it looks weird. Oh, that's a bit of a delay. Wow. Oh, what's it doing? Spinning around. Whoa, it's like following the... So if I spin this around, that's pretty cool and I'll keep it still now. Feels like it's a planet and I'm drawing, I don't know. That was cool, okay. And this one is... Oh, those are just simple dots and if you go slow and then fast. Okay, that's interesting. What about this? Is this... Looks like some spray, so I'll spray on some green grass. Yeah, that's just like the paint in like Windows 95 kind of spray thing. It's a bit slow. That's my only complaint, but I'm guessing it's because I'm recording the screen. Is that a colour detector? I think that... Oh, no it isn't, it's a blurrer, okay. So if I... Oh, that is cool. Okay, so if I can blur this grass... Oh, I don't know, I really like that blurring effect, it's kind of cool, and it gives it, like, if you shade that, you can make it look like a real kind of sky. I don't know, that is kind of cool. What are these other things here? So I've got, okay, well this looks like it could make the whole grass green, let's see. Yep, what I wanted. But yeah, it's just like the Windows 95 kind of detection, and I want the whole sky blue. Let's see what this one does. Oh, so that does that. Okay, and does this do lots of colours or something? Whoa, okay, that is pretty cool. Let's have these rainbow flowers here. Oh, that is really cool. Fantastic. Okay, and I kind of need a yellow sun. So, well, I don't need one, but let's try and just cut that off there. Oh, and that's nice. I like this. This isn't lagging. This, like, I can do this heaps and it's not lagging. I just destroyed my picture. I wonder if I can undo. Can I undo? Untitled. There's no undo up here. Don't see one over here. Oh, there we go. There's kind of the title bar. So it's kind of, the title bar's in here rather than up there in this program. So file, edit, undo. Great. Okay, and let's see if I can do some yellow. There's some spray, but I don't want that. I want the full yellow. There we go. That's great. So this worked. I want to put something there because that looks a bit strange. So I might put a sign to cover that up. And the sign, I'll just use this. And it'll be a brown. Is there any brown? Ooh, wait a sec, what's this? This looks like some kind of a pattern. So maybe if I try and draw with this. Oh, so you can do patterns too. Oh, that's cool. So I can do like a little brick wall here. So if I wanted to make a house, actually, I can do a house here. Let's see if this works. Oh, there we go. There's a brick wall. Oh, and can I adjust this and do colour in it? I'm going to be confused now, but there's a brick wall. Let's see if I can do some windows. I might use this for the windows. 1, 2. And can I do triangles? No, I don't think so. Well, actually, wait. This looks like some kind of polygon shape. So maybe if I... 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I want to stop. Stop. How do you stop this? Okay. I think that's enough for this program now. So what we'll do is, undo. Get rid of this thing. No! Okay, I want to undo that. Undo. Good. Okay, let's just say... Choose a different tool. That tool's annoying. I don't like that one. So let's file save this. Oh yeah, and I should do some text. So I'll do a little sign here on the ground. Let's make it this colour. Click. So this is our... I've got to make it black. So this is our drawing. And I'll do a little thing to mark it into the ground. I'll use this colour. There. Drawing. Not really the best picture, but interesting. Like, I can't... All the things I've done with this, I can't do all that with Paint. So that was pretty good, and it's a free program too, so I really liked this. I'm going to save it as... I'm going to put it in Pictures, and I'll call it... House on the Hill. House on the Hill, and I'll just click. Oh, best guess. So you can do a lot of things. I think I might do PNG, because I like PNG.
There we go, quit. Now let's try out Tux Paint.
Now, this is very childlike, actually. I can see this. So if I do some... What can I draw? Let's try and draw a person. The sound effects this has, wow. This is more of a mess around program. Oh, wow. That is pretty cool. I'm liking this, actually. Let's see. Oh, these are like arrows. What's this? Oh no, this is like an arrow actually. Oh, and it follows and you can make it go any way you want. That is cool. And what's this? Oh, that looks cool. And stars. No, I guess you can click like that too. Oh, what's this look like? Oh, that's a nice fading effect. And cats. Oh, lots of different colours. Great. Oh, and they're like different things. Whoa. Okay. That's cool. And let's see some flowers. I think green would be a bit of colour. Green, yep, that's pretty cool. This is another colour shade. What's this egg? Oh, that's good for like stars in the sky. So if you could imagine everything was like black in the sky, and then you wanted to put some stars. Oh, there are so many things in this. This is like really fun to play around with. But there's the stars in the sky. That is cool. What's this one? Oh, those are twirly things. Oh, is this like a ball if you want to make like, whoa, bouncing ball type things? That is cool. And green. Oh, they're like bubbles. Wait, can I do like a see-through? Oh, that is cool. Those really are like bubbles. Okay. I like this program a lot. Okay. I think I'll just skip through. Oh, what is this? Oh, they're like leaves. Can I do... You can do different colours of the leaves. That is so cool. But and that's like an autumn. So if you could do like a really cool picture, you could do like lots of autumn leaves at the bottom of it. Oh, that is awesome. What's this? Oh, just X's. Okay. Oh, is this... So that was a lot of cool things. There's more stuff. You can do... Oh, wow. You can do like birds on this. Oh, and you can choose a size. That is really cool. And let's put like some ducks around here. Not that big. The program's feeling a little bit childish for me now that it's saying like duck and stuff, because I know what a duck is. But, I work in a childcare centre, and this would be like a really good program for the kids to have on the computer. Oh, wow, and like, let's put a hat on this picture. Okay. There we go, they're all wearing hats. Oh, I wonder if there's a tux in this. Like, this is like Tux Paint. Oh, and fruits. Oh, this would have been good for the healthy eating, like, subject I was doing for the children. Oh, this is really awesome. I like this program. Okay. Anyway, I think that's enough stamps. Oh, is that fire? What is this? So this is like smoke. So the duck's smoked up there. And this is like fire. So this one does something explosive. And this apple can be on fire. Whoa, that's really cool. And then this police guy's like, whoa, this is so wrong. And She's got a mushroom on her shoulder. Shoulders for no reason. Oh, this is hilarious. Okay, let's stop getting distracted with that. Lines. How is that different to... Let's see. Click to start drawing a line. Let go of the button to complete the line. Oh, that is cool. Oh, so you can do like... I'm trying to think of a good way to do this. So like a starry border. An orange border like that. Cool, okay. Shapes. Oh, these are blocks. What's this do? Oh, it makes it all blocky and pixelated. Okay, and this blurs it up. I love the sound effects. And this is some bricks. Oh, that's cool. And, oh, these are more closer together bricks. Okay. And I can sign, oh, wow, that's cool. So if I wanted to do some, like, graffiti kind of stuff on this, I could just go, yeah, B. There we go. Cartoon. Oh. Oh, it makes it look cartoony. So, isn't that already cartoony? Oh, but it's like ultra cartoony. Whoa, that is cool. So if I want this to be a cartoon, that doesn't look too good. Okay, there we go. That makes it like all cartoony. That is pretty cool. I'm having too much fun with this program, so I might need to close it off. Let's change your... Wow, you can actually... Oh, that is pretty cool. There's probably Tux Paint for Windows as well. Distortion. Oh, this is all strange. Okay. Drip. Oh, you can make the paint drip? Whoa. That is cool. Oh, there's too many effects here. Let's just make it rain a little bit. Oh, I love that. And railroad. Whoa, that is cool. Mosaic. I don't like that. Can I undo that? I think that's the first effect I've gone, undo that. Oh, and that's really simple too. Whoa, this is cool. Oh, what's rainbow? Oh yeah, that's a commonly known effect. And ripple. Oh, it's like ripples of water. That is so cool. Okay, you know what? Oh, I'm gonna have to change the. I'm gonna have to get out of this program because I'm enjoying this program too much. So, oh, tornadoes. Wait, oh no, I don't like that. Okay, let's save this now. Oh, took like a photo. Where did it save it to though? I'm guessing it went into home images. Hopefully, pictures. No, it didn't. Ah, no, undo. So this is one little thing I'm not liking. It's not saying where it's saved it to.
Okay, so I've just looked online. It appears that that folder where it's saved to is hidden. So that's a bit annoying that this is a hidden kind of folder type thing. So I'll just go into that now. So I'll open home folder, edit, preferences, views, show hidden folders. Okay, there we go. There they are. Okay, and I need dot. See, anything with the dot is hidden. I've just read. So I'm looking. Yep, Tux Paint. Saved. There it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna Control X. Yes, that cut. And now I'm gonna put it in Pictures. Control V, and I'm gonna call this one. What does it look like again? Yeah, it looks really strange. I might call it Cop Visits Crazyland. Cop Visit. Fantastic. So House on the Hill. Cop Visits Crazyland. Now, I think that's enough for the paint applications because otherwise I'll be here all day doing little silly paintings. So let's see, next I want to do take a screenshot and save it as an image file. Now I remember seeing screenshot in the dashboard, so if I type in screenshot, there it is. Grab the whole screen, grab the current view, select an area to grab. I'll grab a window and it'll be the software center. Grab the current window, take screenshot. 1, 2, 3, 4, good. Whoa, did you see that? It actually took a photo of the window, like this window flashed as it took a photo. That was pretty cool. Saving pictures, just where I wanted to save it. Okay, I'm gonna call it Ubuntu Software Center. Okay, save. Now that should be in the pictures folder as well. Yes, it is. So now I've got all the pictures I need to start my Word document. So the next task is 9. Create a Word document with text and pictures. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to use LibreOffice Writer. I'm really liking Ubuntu. This is working. everything so far is working, and I'm thinking, why am I using Windows 7 still? Anyway, maybe because I paid for it, and I may as well use it since it's paid for, and then once that's gone, I'll move on to Ubuntu instead of upgrading to Windows 8. I'm getting a Surface Pro soon, so I have Windows 8 on that, but I don't want it on a desktop computer. It's like having iOS on your computer. That's for iPads. I don't want to be clicking, scrolling through applications and clicking and dragging like I do with my finger on a tablet on a computer desktop screen. That's just ridiculous. So let's see, I'm gonna call it check out Ubuntu 12.10, and I want this kind of in the middle of the screen so I can center it. I want it bigger, I want it bold. Interesting, I can't find bold. Bold, there it is. That didn't look like bold to me, honestly. It just, I don't know, it doesn't look that much thicker than those. I don't know. It was kind of hidden. Check out Ubuntu 12.10. Then I wonder if dragging in. Fantastic! And it dragged. Oh, and great, it doesn't do this stupid. As you know, Word, the Microsoft Office Word, it doesn't let you drag by default. You can change it. You have to like right click and click wrap. If you don't click that thing, you can't drag it around. You've got to like make the wrapping to square or something like that, or tight. Now let's call it. I'm gonna hold Shift. Yup, and that lets me do it like this. Great. And I'm gonna put some big text here. The Software Center. Okay. Now I'll do small text. Check out the awesome software center that comes pre-installed with Ubuntu, and I'll call it the Ubuntu. That's good, but I think that can be like this. The Ubuntu Software Center, great. And I can do Control C, that's good because I wanted to undo that last move. So it's got the Software Center, and it's also got. What other photos do I want to drag in? I want to drag in Crazy Cop, this. Let's make that small, it doesn't need to be so big. Now I'll make this text a bit bigger so it fits better. This is really good. I mean, this Office program is working quite well. Range of painting application. Oh wow, it did an autocomplete for me. That was really good. Spell correct. Oh, I like this. It's got the words Ubuntu, Kubuntu, Ubuntu, all these Linux names kind of put into it. And that program I used was Xpaint. Now, I wonder if I can do some kind of like borders around these pictures. Border style. So I can do. Oh, there we go. That's got a border. Oh, and it's got these drawing functions too. So I might. I'll put a little call out here. There we go. That doesn't look very good though. I kind of want it to be filled gradients. No, I might make it like this. Oh, great. That's what I wanted. It's a bit hard to see the text. Oh, text animation. Oh, whoa, look at that. It's like I love Ubuntu and it's moving across. Whoa, that is awesome. But how do you print that? That's very strange. Make it a bit easier to see. There we go, that's good. I'll try and see if copying works. Okay. And then I'll put in those photos. The one thing I didn't like about this is when I put them all in, it didn't select them all at once, so I've got to manually make them all small, so that's a bit annoying. Now, I want to spin this. So, will the anchor... How do we spin this around? Now, I can't see how to rotate this. Oh wow, it moves a bit too much. When I go left to right, that's way too much that it's moving. Okay, I think that's good. But how do you select multiple pictures? Like on Windows, I would hold down Control, but I can't. Or Shift or something like that. But it won't actually let me. Great. Okay, now let's see if I can print this off.
Although I really love the Record My Desktop screen recorder, I find it very, very slow when it's encoding these videos. See how it says 49% complete? It is taking forever. So I would say about, okay, at least as long as it takes you to record the video is how long it takes to encode it. So that's my only complaint about this. However, this could be because I am running it off a portable hard drive. While this is going on, I'm going to transfer the video files that are on this camera here and put them onto the computer to see if this Ubuntu operating system can read the actual video files of this camera.
Okay, so this is awesome. I managed to transfer all the videos. My SD card appeared as this 16 gig. It looks like USB, but it's an SD card. I transferred all the files from here into the camcorder video files, and there they are. And to prove they're actually working, there we go. In this episode, I'm going to be trying out Ubuntu 12.10, which was... Yeah, that was one of my mistakes. That's why I do video editing. You may actually realize that these videos are a lot longer than you think they would be. So, there's a lot of mistakes. Let's just say that. Anyway, so those work, and they play, and then an MTS file. That is pretty good. MTS files actually are supported on Ubuntu. That's amazing. I'm really impressed, because like Windows 7, well, I think I had to use like VLC Media Player or something. That is awesome that Ubuntu supports video camcorder files. The next task is to print, well, I'll save it first. File, save as. Now I'll put it in Documents, and I'll call it OSFirstTimer Ubuntu Info. So I'll save that. Okay, so we'll close that off. Now, let's see if we can print this thing.
Now, one of the things I've heard about Linux is driver support is unfortunately quite poor. So, for example, I've got a printer. For the printer to communicate with the computer, it needs a driver. The driver usually comes in a CD. You buy your printer, which mine is Pixma MG6150. It came with 2 CDs, one to install the driver for Windows, and one for Macintosh, but it didn't come with the Linux one. So what do? I'm going to browse the internet and see if I can find a driver for this printer.
So I'm going to open up Firefox web browser. I'll go here, select an OS. Well, there's no Ubuntu, so I'll just do Linux. And English, submit. Oh, there it is. Fedora, Ubuntu, OpenSUSE. Oh, this is great. Okay, I'll get this. Where do I download? There it is. .tar. What's a .tar? Is there any other file type? What is a .tar? What happened to .zip or .rar? What's this .tar? Okay. Oh, I'm not liking this. Okay. 10. Open. Open with archive managed. Thank you, Ubuntu, you've saved my life. I had no idea what to do with this file, and what's with the slow download speed? You've just helped me open it, but I don't like that download speed. It should be 1,000 kilobytes per second, not 25. So I was about to say open a .tar file, but it seems like a tar seems to be some kind of Linux zip file, so that's what that is. So, task 10 is to install a driver for my printer and printer document. Okay, so it opened in this tar file. Okay, well, this extractor type program, so I'm pretty familiar with this kind of stuff, but oh no, not tar.gz now. Oh no, .dare. I'm really confused. I don't know what to do. Like, this is guide, MG series, guide.html, .html. Oh, but those are all stuffed. Okay. Oh no. I don't know what to do here. Maybe I open... What's the difference between these two? Maybe this one? An error occurred. Because I clicked open with. Just to increase the chances of it working a little bit better, what I've done is I've chosen to save the file rather than just open it, because when I opened it and then I quit Firefox, it wouldn't work. That's just the same as it would be in Windows 7. So here we go, I'm going to have another little go. I'm just downloading it again, and I'll see if I can install this printer driver, because I'm really confused about all these tar files and stuff. I'm not a Linux person, so this is all confusing for me. Okay, so there's this install.sh. Is that what I want? Okay, bash. You should have a copy. Oh no. This program is free. Okay. I need to work out how to print this. Printer settings. Generic printer doesn't seem to work. So maybe I have to install this driver a little bit better. Downloads. I'll get this tar thing worked out. Maybe if I extract them all like that. There they are. I don't like all these files. They're confusing me. Maybe this one. And this. Install. Run in terminal. Password for Philip. Okay, this looks like it might work. Reading database, good. Sounding good. Unpacking, processing, executing, purging, processing. Did it work? It did something. Well, let's see. File, printer settings. Where is my printer? Device. From driver. There's all these filter, serial, AMD, what are deb files? Oh, it's opened in this. Oh, I need to install this. This is a printer driver for Canon inkjet. Oh, okay. Let's install it then. But there's so many files. That's the problem I have. There's no simple, like if it was Windows and I was installing this, there would be something like install.execute or something like that. With this, it's all these files. And it's just confusing. Like, I've got this AMD, this i3. I'm thinking that's got something to do with the processor also. Installation or removal of a product failed. Items cannot be installed or removed until the package repair failed to satisfy all dependencies. Repairing installed software. Maybe the other one will give me more success. I don't know. So that was this deb. Oh my goodness. Installing the printer driver sudo. Oh, maybe it needs to be like sudo needs to be there, like so. I don't know. I'm gonna go into CD downloads. Oh, wait, maybe CD and then capital download. Okay, downloads list. What am I looking for? Downloads. So I've got to look at this because I'm not sure what I'm trying to get into. Okay, so CD6100 seer. Yes, that worked. Okay, now I've got to do sudo install.sh. So this should work, hopefully. What command not found? sudo./install sh. Oh, there we go. But isn't that doing the same thing as pretty much I was doing before? Deferred processing now taking place. I'm really confused, but deferred processing is apparently taking place. Okay, I figured out how to do this printer thing. Oh, I was just looking at the Ubuntu desktop guide, and I'm just going to say you access it, you go up here, it's just reading through it while record my desktop was processing, and you just get help, and then you get this really good looking thing, like what's new, and it's really good, and you can click on things. I find this a really good application. Anyway, let me see if I can Alt-Tab, because I know you can do that on Windows. Oh, whoa! Oh my goodness. I can Alt-Tab, there's two home folder things open. And then, like, you can choose which one. So if I want to go that one, yeah, that's where I want to go. Anyway, I figured out what to do. I first double-clicked on this, common, and that's for, like, AMD processors. That's for Windows processors or something like that. I did this one, then I did this one, in that order. Then, and I looked at a YouTube video to help me do this. Now I've gone to printer. The YouTube video said that once you've done that and that, you'd need to go into this printers section. Now let's try and add this. This is now I'm doing it from scratch because I don't know how to do this. I'm just doing it on the run. Human readable location. Yeah, just that. Apply. Do you like to send? If I click that, I actually want you to see what I'm seeing in real life. So let's go to the camera. This is a moment of the truth. I'm going to press print. Is my printer on? Yep. Print test page. Submitted. Processing. It knocks my speaker over. The printer just opens up and knocks my computer speaker over. Okay. Way to go, Ubuntu. It's like, this is a Microsoft printer. No. This is a microphone. This is a Microsoft. Oh my goodness, Ubuntu. It knew how to do my printer. Oh, that is cool.
That is really cool. Ubuntu has won. I got this printer driver installed. It knocked over my Microsoft speaker to try and print this, but it printed. And that is awesome. So now, let's try and print the document using... I'm just so excited right now. You go there while I wait, while I figure out how to put him somewhere else without the printer knocking him over. Now, I was worried that Ubuntu would be a nightmare. Like, I didn't think I'd get it to work with my printers. I didn't think I'd get Ubuntu to run any... Like, I thought I'd literally be, like, step 1, install Wine. Step 2, install a bunch of Windows software and run it with Wine, because Ubuntu has nothing. Gone. I don't have that belief anymore. I don't need Wine, because Ubuntu has everything that I actually need without using Wine. I don't need to use Windows programs. Let's move back onto my desktop.
So let's see if this works. Okay, I'll just quit everything. File, printer settings. Yeah, it's got my Canon and everything, portrait. I'm going to admit it doesn't have as many options as Windows. So, okay. Now let's see if this works. File. Oh my goodness. The moment of truth.
Will it work? Oh, right, it's us. Okay, it's giving me a little bit more info here. It's saying, like, number of copies and all of that, and reverse order, and it's giving me a nice preview. Okay, I'm just going to click print. Now, this is the moment of truth. Printing. My printer's saying that it's printing, so it says it's processing. Ubuntu is communicating with my printer. This is fantastic. My printer's opened. Why am I getting so excited? Windows can print stuff, and I don't have to go through all this stuff. Like, I don't get excited when my Windows computer prints something, but it's like Ubuntu. It's almost like this new thing, and it's printing, and I'm not even looking at it yet. I'm assuming that it's printing. OMG Ubuntu. It printed. It printed. Check out Ubuntu 12.10. This thing printed. Gosh. Windows print stuff all the time. It's just because Ubuntu is something new and I've never used it before, and I managed to do something with Ubuntu and I'm really excited right now. Everything you see on this page is done by Ubuntu. Let's move on to the next task.
Task 11 satisfies minimal gaming needs. Can Ubuntu run game console emulators? Install a NES emulator and run Mario Bros 3. Okay, let's see if I can do that. So if I wonder if there's one in the software center. That would be really interesting, actually. NES. It actually comes in the software. Oh my gosh. Okay. You can hear the excitement in my voice. The more I use Ubuntu, the more I'm liking Ubuntu. I'm loving Ubuntu right now. Ubuntu is so cool. Okay, FCE Ultra. And there's so many emulators available. Oh my gosh. Works great. Really nice emulator. I have no sounds. It sucks. There's always a rotten apple. Okay, install. Here we go. While that installs, I'm going to get a NES ROM. So let's go to Firefox and I'll get NES ROMs. Pool ROM should do. And Super Mario... It's actually Super Mario Brothers. Okay. Just modify the task. Run Super Mario Brothers 3. 1 million downloads. Great. Now play this up. Oh, wow. That's pretty interesting. I mean, I've jailbroken my iPhone to be able to get this on my iPhone, but okay, that's interesting. You can just visit it in your browser, apparently. Notice this emulator for Windows, this emulator for Mac, list Linux. It's awesome. Why does Linux and Ubuntu have to be so uncommon? I am really enjoying my Ubuntu experience right now. Is this installing? I hope it is. Downloading 0 bytes. That would just happen when I'm saying I'm enjoying my Ubuntu experience. Ah, there we go. Okay, so something just went wrong the first time, but this time it's working. Since that's all done, installed. Okay, did I download this? What? 273 Okay, just install now then. It's a lot of updates. I mean, I just got Ubuntu and wow. It's more updates than I get on Windows. Now, did I download this ROM? Download now. Oh, wow, look at all these updates. They were real updates. Okay, LibreOffice Writer is updating. Wow. Calc. This must have so many updates all the time. Save. I'm not going to do open with because What kind of... It's a zip file, okay, that's good. I don't like all this tar.gz and all those crazy things. If Ubuntu supports zip, why not use zip? Why do we have to use all these tar things? I got freaked out when I saw all those files and I didn't know what to do with them. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Modified 24 December 1996. So this has been here for a while. Anyway, let me double click it. Wow. It automatically knew how to open this. I'm so impressed right now. There's no sound though. That's the only thing I'm not impressed about right now. So let me... How do I move? That's the only... Oh, okay, now I know how to... Wait a sec. Oh, that's up and down. And that's... What's down? Okay... I'm not so sure... Okay, I like that Ubuntu was able to open this, but I'm not so sure I like this program. That person may have been right. I'm not hearing any sound, and I'm struggling to find out what keys this works with. I don't like that emulator. Unfortunately, I tried it, but I don't like it. I might go ahead and try another one. Was it a good idea to update all this stuff? That would be an interesting idea. I've got this software center, but can I use it while this stuff is updating? Maybe I'll just get the first one on this list. I'm probably missing something, but I can't get this to load any games. Oh, they have mixed opinions about this. I was impressed that this worked. Like, it knew that this was a Nest ROM, and it knew the program to open it with. But I'm not impressed that that program that I used didn't really work. Now, this is something I probably should have thought about. I can't get any applications while all these updates downloading. Okay, I'm back after all those updates. This downloaded and installed straight after, and it automatically put itself here. So let's see this. I'm going to open a ROM, Super Mario. There it is, running. And if I just... And it's got sound. So let's just see if it works. It's running at a very decent speed, so much better than that other program. Keyboard's working. So I'm using the arrow... Okay, I'm using the arrow keys. I haven't got the best arrow key keyboard though, so it is a bit difficult. But it's working. That's the main thing. There we go. Now I'm looking a bit more of a Mario player now. Oh, come on. Now up. Wow, this actually works. It's great. Like, it is working really well. I can't believe it. Look, this is actually like, I know it's supposed to work like this because I've played it on my iPad and iPhone, which are both jailbroken. Whoa. Okay, and that'll conclude this session. So, do emulators work? Well, that one seemed to work. Let's just type in a few other random things. PlayStation. There are Sony PlayStation emulators. Okay, let's see if there's a 2. Oh no, is there no PS2? So there seems to be a PlayStation 1 emulator, but not a PS2 emulator. Let me just confirm this. PS2 emulator Linux. Does this website have a special Linux? Download Linux. Okay, so there is a PS2 emulator, just not available in this actual software center. So it does work and everything. There we go. Linux binary version 1.0.0. Fantastic. Okay, so that does work. So you can get a PS2. Wow, I'm very impressed with this. Well, I guess that task is sorted. Let's start the next task.
Okay, so Ubuntu's pretty good. It can do all the things I usually do. It can even run emulators like Windows can do. But can it run Crysis? I don't know. I don't actually have a copy of Crysis on me, so we can't test that. But let's see what else I've got and see if it can run any of this other stuff. I'm gonna probably need wine or something like that, but what do I have? I wonder if I can run Sim Life. There we go. Okay, Sim Life. I don't have a floppy port for these. Maybe. Like, what the hell is this thing? Is this like even an older floppy disk kind of thing? High density. I wonder how much this can store. Is it like 2 megabytes? I don't know. I give up. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to install this, so let's just put these back. Would Ubuntu detect floppy disks? That would be interesting to know. These are so old, like, this I got as a Christmas present just a year ago. I might just test this one, because this one has a lot of simple things on it. So we'll just see if any of these games that are meant for Windows, if they can run on Ubuntu. Let's hope they can, because then I can even recommend Ubuntu even more than I currently do. I'm just really impressed with Ubuntu at the moment. The moment of truth. What will happen?
And I know that I should download Play or Linux or Wine or something like that, but let's just see what it does without me installing that. Does it detect the CD first of all? Well, it's reading the CD. DVD box of games. Okay, so I'll run that. Installer.execute. Okay. What's it going to want to do with this? By default it does that. I think I'll put it out of its misery and I won't let it open in that. What we'll do instead is we'll go and get Play on Linux. It's based on Wine, but it allows you, it's mainly for Windows games kind of thing. So let's see if this works. I originally, when I made this video, I thought it was just going to be like, step 1, get Wine. Step 2, get all these Windows programs that I need to do all the tasks I do. Ubuntu so far has been able to do all the things I've needed to do. Now, it's done emulators, but a lot of people say gaming is the only thing that Ubuntu fails at, or Linux fails at. So let's see if this is right. I want Steam too. Play on Linux is downloading, but where is Steam? Because I've heard that there's Steam on Linux or something like that, and I can't. Why is Steam not working? Let me just check this, because I'm sure Ubuntu can run Steam. Steam client officially hits Ubuntu Software Center. All games discounted. Wow, that's a lot. But where exactly do you get Steam from? Oh, it's got DOSBox. Right, but I'm not seeing Steam. Because I've heard of Simutrans. In fact, does this have Simutrans? Oh my gosh, this even has Simutrans. Awesome. It's got like everything. What about it doesn't have in-game singularity. Okay, but I'm sure, yeah, you can run that on Linux. Because, like, this stuff available in the Software Center isn't everything that you can get on Linux. There's more stuff too. I just don't know where to get Steam from. And that's going to be a big problem now, because I want Steam, but I just can't find it. It's apparently available, but it's not appearing. And you'd expect it to be one of those big things at the front here, but if it's not appearing at all... I just used Play on Linux just then to install Midnight Racing, so let's see if it runs. Continue. Track 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Oh, here we go. Press space to begin the race. Let's see. How do I... Oh wow, I can drive... Okay, so I'm driving along like this. And I can go, whoa, side to side. Whoa, this is fast. Wow, and this actually feels fast, I've got to admit. Nuts, like in modern games I don't feel this speed, but... Whoa, I'm feeling the speed in this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Whoa, there was a crash. Oh no. Whoa, this is actually really good. Oh dear. Okay. Now, is there a way I can change the view? So, I've got... Yeah, I don't know. But, that works. Linux, Ubuntu was able to do something Windows 7 couldn't do, and that's play something that's made for something older. I wonder if that recorded, because I just got an error here as if it had trouble recording, so let's just see this. Okay, I'm extremely impressed with Play on Linux. I'm sorry you didn't actually see me install this. I lost some of the footage there, but it was really easy to install. It has a virtual C drive and everything, Play on Linux virtual drives. So I put it in box, drive D, and in program files, and it installed it into there as if this was a virtual C drive with all the files. Opened that up. It put an icon on the desktop, I even named it, and it ran. It ran perfectly. Why do you need Windows anymore? Ubuntu can run games, it can run emulators, it can do all your Word documents, it can in fact do online Flash games, Let's give it a little go. Oh, and I also went on Steam, I'll just show you. And I got Team Fortress 2. I've got to admit, I was looking through Steam and... Oh, it's still downloading. I was looking through Steam and I was a little bit disappointed by what I was seeing. If you look through, how big is this game? Whoa, 1.6... But how big is this? There's not many Windows applications. If you come over to Store, this Team Fortress 2 thing was here, so that was pretty good. There just wasn't a lot of Linux stuff. So, for example, you can go to Linux, and that's good. They have a Linux section, and there seems to be quite a bit. In fact, I think there's 100 stuff for Linux. But when I went to, for example, games and free to play and stuff like that, there wasn't a lot. You can see Windows and Mac and stuff like that, and then there will be the occasional Linux. Puddle, dive into liquid physics. So there we go. Those like obviously cost money. Oh, you've got Towns, and I think there's even a like Towns demo or something like that. Yeah, Towns looks pretty cool. In fact, let me try and get Towns. Let's download the demo. Steam is now downloading. Well, let's pause. Let's see if we can pause stuff, because this Team Fortress 2 thing is taking way too long to download. Now let's go back to this, and I'll download this demo. Next. Preparing, okay. Finish. So let's play, and let's see if this works. Next. Quit. Can I actually play it though? Okay, so I'm a bit confused. I'm clicking play, but it doesn't actually play. Is there a trick to this? You know what would be interesting? If Play on Linux worked with Steam games. That would be interesting. But Play on Linux is definitely a fantastic thing. It just worked out of the box. Like Windows 7 couldn't even play that game that I just played before. And it just played it. But this Steam is not working. Finishing Steam Cloud Sync. Right, okay, well let's try Towns. Towns just isn't opening, and I'm not sure why. So either I've done something wrong, or I don't know. Let's just pretend that didn't happen, and get something else. Towns demo, okay, keep going. Any Linux demos? I need a Linux something. Oh no, not YZ Origin, because that's not Linux.
Just because I feel Play on Linux may actually mess up the recording my desktop thing, I'll just show you how it works. So, what you do is you click Install, and it's got a bunch of stuff that it comes with, right? By default. Which is pretty cool. I mean, look at all of that. We're going to choose Install a non-listed program, right? Then click Next. Next. Please type a name for the virtual drive. Okay, I'm going to call it Speed. Next. I don't want to do any of that. Just click Next. And then Wine does this configuration thing. Now you select the file to run, so I'll go to Browse. I'll go down to the actual CD thing. Installer. Open. Next. And there it is. So I'll just click one. New one. Crime Manhattan. Now let's see what happens. Click to install. And there you can see the full-on installer pops up and everything. So next. It's the usual next install thing. Okay, yep. And that C drive thing, it's a virtual C drive. It's not the real one. It's one that's on your computer. So it's installing now. You can really see that this is like the real Windows installer. Okay, would you like to add the setup? Yes. No, I'm not going to install this DirectX. Oh, should I? Yes. Welcome to DirectX. Okay, I don't think this is going to work. Next. Install. It's not compatible with this version of Windows. That's because this isn't a version of Windows. Bye bye. Now Play on Linux is just going on. Now I'm going to use this file, so csm.exe, but we're going to make it shortcut to, and I'll just call it crime. Now click next, and that's all. So let's open it and see if it runs. Computer's gone dark, and there we go. It is running, even though, okay, something's going on here, but can I just Show desktop. I like this alt tab thing too. This is just a minor little problem here. I'm sure you could fix that. But look at that, it is actually working. So World of Goo worked absolutely fine on Steam. The only problem is, I don't think this whole screen recorder thing is working very well. When you record my desktop and then the screen resolution changes, it really messes things up. That's the problem. So I had to press the turn off button on my computer because I just couldn't access anything. Now it's doing an automatic shutdown in 60 seconds. Then it should quit everything. Yeah, there we go. And Ubuntu is turned off. So yeah, that would be my only complaint. The fact that, well, using Record My Desktop and the screen resolution changes, things mess up a little bit, but that's not too much of a problem because you're not going to be recording your desktop every minute that you use Linux. So overall, I have had a very good first Ubuntu 12.10 experience. I was able to do all the things I'd usually do on Windows on Ubuntu. I didn't even really need to use Wine or anything, just for like stuff like running this or other kind of game kind of stuff. And you could get Steam stuff, like Steam on Ubuntu I think is a big step forward for Ubuntu and other Linux systems. It didn't have much to offer currently at this point, but there is a lot of potential in the future. The only issue I had was using Record My Desktop and the screen resolution changing. When that happened, it just messed up everything. And the video files that I was recording got corrupted. That's my only complaint. So if you are working on Record My Desktop, well, test it out. See if changing the resolution while recording your desktop messes things up, because it did mess things up for me. In fact, while recording World of Goo, which is a Steam application, it completely messed up, as you just saw. So the last task now is to use Ubuntu to edit this video. Now I usually use Windows Movie Maker, Windows Live Movie Maker on Windows 7. It's not the best thing to use. It's very easy and simple to use, but my problem with using it is that on big files, such as the last video I did was... No, I'm doing the video, so can you go now? So the problem I have with Windows Live Movie Maker is that it uses up a lot of RAM, of course, but I've got 12 gig of RAM. I don't have to really worry about that. But when you export the file in Windows Live Movie Maker, you've got this problem where if there's lots of cuts in the video, because I like to do lots of cuts now and get rid of all the little things I don't need, it has a problem. It'll start exporting and then it'll just stop and have a problem. So I'm going to use a program on Ubuntu, because this is a massive video. This is bigger than the normal OSFirstTimer videos. So let's see if I can find something. Now, I've been recommended OpenBox or OpenShot or something like that, so I will probably use that. We'll just see if there's anything else that pops up in the Software Center.
So I'll open the Ubuntu Software Center, and as you can see, the computer's just running a little bit slow because I have just turned it on, but once it gets started up, it was running really fast before. So Windows Vista, Windows 7, whatever you use, it really is slow when you first boot it. I'm going to type in Video Editor and see if we get anything. OpenShot. So OpenShot is what I'm going to use, because it's been recommended to me and it was the first thing on this list. Just going to have a little look at the reviews here while it installs. Crashed on a project. Oh no. Well, that's why you should kind of save every 10 minutes. Unable to get to do anything. Not for hardcore video editing, mate. I'm not sure whether I want to use Linux to edit this video anymore. After seeing these reviews, I think there might be something better. Okay, so what I might... I'm not sure. Well, it's installing. We'll check it out. Okay, it's done, so let's open OpenShot Video Editor. Okay, so I can see all the stuff there. So if I go to Home, I'll put the first thing on the timeline. In fact, I kind of want to remove that because that was the wrong thing. Oh, so these are all the project files that you can put in. Remove from project. There we go. So if I wanted to put in all these all these files, so let's just say I put that in, then it imports them, I think. It kind of dimmed the window a little bit. Maybe that means it's working on something. Oh, there we go, it was. And then I think you can drag them to the timeline. It does work. Welcome to another Yeah, okay, so I've got a few problems there. So, okay, let's say I wanted to get rid of that initial beginning. Let's see if I can do that.
Hi, welcome to another episode of OSFirstTimer.
So I want it to start there.
Another episode of OSFirst.
Ah, it's slow and it's laggy. I don't quite see.
Welcome to another episode.
Okay, let's just say I wanted to cut it there. Remove clip. So I just want to make a cut. So usually in Movie Maker there's a little split or something. Razor, there it is. Okay. So I want to make it here. It's working, it's just a bit slow. That's my only concern about this. Yeah, everything I do, it just takes a little while to do, and I just want to remove that. So, okay, it's not too bad, but I think I prefer Movie Maker. Okay, it's just a bit slow. That's the only problem. So let's not worry about that. I'll edit it with Movie Maker. I wouldn't really be able to edit it with this, just because I need speed when it comes to this, and Movie Maker, it gives me the speed I need.
Okay, so can Ubuntu replace Windows 7? Almost is what I'm going to say. I almost completely like this, but there's just the thing here or there that I don't like. The things that I didn't like about Ubuntu 12.10 was the drivers. To get this printer running, it was a bit of a rigmarole, but it did eventually print what I needed to, and I made this completely with Ubuntu, so it worked there. I didn't like record my desktop when it was having all these screen resolution problems, like when I'm recording the screen resolution changes and then boom. I love the fact it was able to do play on Linux, so some of these things on this that don't work on my Windows 7 because they're too old, worked on this, so that was pretty good. Steam is there, but it hasn't got the support, like it doesn't have the wide variety of games that you would want to download, but it's a start, that's good. When it comes to document writing and video and photo file support, I found the support to be fantastic, and I didn't run into any files that I couldn't not run, so of course I could get more codecs, but I didn't see any codecs that I needed. Everything just ran by default. I found that Ubuntu looked really good. It was easy to use, and I could pretty much navigate it really well. I think the dash was a bit harder to use in the start menu though. The Linux distribution Debian has this drop down menu at the top, and it contains all your applications and you can find everything. I didn't feel in control of all my applications when I was using Ubuntu. Of course you had the dash and then you could search for what you wanted, but I didn't feel there was a way to list everything I had and categorize it and stuff. I know you could list all like 90 applications, but that was a big like way to scroll down and everything. I prefer it in a menu where it categorizes it and you can see everything straight away rather than trying to look through everything or typing in what you want, because what if you don't remember the name of an application? But I found the search feature very good. Like I didn't know the names of those like Tux Paint and all those applications. I just typed in Paint and it found the 3 things I needed. So it's pretty good to navigate, but it's not the optimum way to navigate in my opinion. Everyone else's opinions differ. So if I could change anything about Ubuntu, it would be, well, not that this is a problem with the operating system, but better support for record my desktop and changing the resolutions, more things available in Steam that are compatible with Linux. I found getting this driver quite hard. So when I installed it, I had to install one thing, then another thing, then add it to the printers. I just wish there was just a simple install file. Instead of all these .debs and .tars and jars and whatever they were, I can't even remember now. But instead of all these files, I just want one installation file. If I want to install something, I just want to install something. I don't want to have to do all this other stuff. So that's it. That's my review on Ubuntu. I hope you enjoyed it. Now remember, this operating system replace Windows 7. This series of videos is because I like Windows 7 as my main desktop OS, and I don't feel anything can replace Windows 7 for me, not even Windows 8. Feel free to suggest more things like this. I don't feel like I'll continue this kind of series more, though. I think I'll focus more on the Mum Tries Out rather than this, because this takes a long time to do, and I think Ubuntu was the most interesting thing to do it on. Like, if I do another Linux distro, it's going to be pretty much the same experience as this Ubuntu one, so I don't think that's worth it, and we can try out another video like this, but I don't think it'll work out 100% as well as this one did, because this is a modern operating system. Like, DOS wouldn't have the drivers for my printer. I don't think it would work. You'd need a modern operating system, and you've really only got Mac, Windows, and Linux when it comes to that, and a few other things that I probably don't know about yet, but I will know about if you leave them in the comments. So anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye.